Hello there, dear viewers. This is Trussell242, and it's time for another episode of Planet Zoo. Now, in this one, I'm going to try to figure out how exactly I'm going to go about getting 12 more species for this zoo. I know that somewhere over here, there's an empty little... what's the word? Exhibit. And I think it could do with having some animal in it. So let us go and choose it and view the exhibit at animal market to see what sort of animals we can buy. A lot of giant burrowing cockroaches. Oh dear, there's giant tiger land snail. Well, first off, let's see what animals we do have. Animals. I guess we could buy the land snail. I like the sound of that. I think it sounds good. Better than a cockroach, at least. Let's buy this one. Rufaro. Not so long longevity, not so long fertility. I guess this one. Azizi is better. Let's send it over there. There we go. Now its welfare is low. It needs some sort of enrichment. Let's put in a rock pile. How about this one? There we go, there's some rocks. And the climate, the humidity is way too high, so let's lower it a bit. Something like that. 60 might be too high. Let's lower it a bit more, shall we? There we go. That's much better. And then let's put one of those little exhibit plaque things over there. These little ones. Let's see, is it turned the right way? Yes, it is. There we are. And let's do this. Then what else can we do? This part of the island is unused. And this is like a little jetty, I think. What's this? That's a bit odd. It's just standing over there. But never mind. I'm just trying to think of where I could possibly put more animals. Well, over here, I guess. I mean, there is some fencing put up over here. Oh, that's a staff path. Never mind. Over here, I guess. Let's check out the animal trading menu. We can sort it by species. And... well, before we do that, we can also go to the zoom menu and to the vet research, where we can see that our one vet is researching the ring-tailed lemur. We haven't got the tapirs, and we haven't got the western chimpanzees, but we used to have them, which is what it means when they're grayed out like this. So I suppose we could get a tapir and the western chimpanzee, and perhaps put them over here on this island. Well, if I can figure out a way how to do that in a... I mean, this is such a cleverly built little place. Let's put down some pathing, shall we? It uses the... I think it's some type of wood. Let's try. Yes, this looks about right. And if we just build some sort of little thing like this, and I reckon we could build a few paths. Well, not a few paths, we could build an enclosure sort of inside of it. There we go. We can make one quite large one over here. And then we can make a staff one. Yes, something like this. Perhaps. Now let's pop down some barriers. I don't think that the tape here hang on. Can I make it curved? No, alright, well. I guess he just built a little thing like this and then... Well, I mean, no, that's terrible. I guess this rock gabion might have to do. Protested ever try, what? No way. I haven't done anything wrong. Ugh, so I have to do it like that? Well, apparently I have to. This should be enough for a taper, I think. And now we need a staff gate. I'll put down the wooden habitat gate because I like the way those look. There we go. And then we can just do a little sort of thing like this. We can select all of these here windows, these ones, and give them one-way glass windows. There we go. Now the animals won't be stressed because it looks like there's still a wall over there. So let's buy a badge taper. This one seems decent enough, I suppose. The only one available from what it looks like. Let's send it to the zoo. Habitat cleanliness is at the disease risk. Oh, the red-ruffed lemur. So let's call the keepers over to this habitat to clean it. Oh, well, there's only one there who's cleaning it. He's using this machine to suck up the lemur poop, which is very good of him. And I don't want any of my animals getting sick. That would be terrible. This one is too. Well, alright, let's call the keeper. Again, I guess. It's still a disease risk, okay, fine. I wonder, is there a keeper here yet with the... No. There they are. They're not a zookeeper, they are the caretaker running with the box containing the little taper. And let's see here. We have a taper! Hello, new animal! How are you doing? Alright, let's check out the terrain. Is, bad. They need water. Alright, I mean, this looks like most of the things are fine, I would say. But he does need some water, so let's build him a little lake, perhaps over here. Maybe over here. Let's use the terrain tool. And then some sculpting. And we will try to make a little lake. Maybe that's a bit deep, but you know, never mind. Let's... Oh, wow, that was definitely not what I wanted to do. I suppose I should have to just sort of to make a little lake, something like that maybe. Now can I fill it with water? Is that good enough? Yes, it is. Now the lake looks clean, but it isn't. It won't stay that clean for long. So we need a water purifier, which is something you can find in the facilities under utilities and water treatment. And I should like to place it, say, over here. There we go. Now what else do you need, my friend? There aren't any plants. So let's say environment. Plants need to be from tropical temperate and grassland and South Central America. By the way, let's pause the game whilst I do this. Let's go to plants and sort them by South and Central America. And biome, it was grassland. Temperate and tropical. There we go. We can put in an acai palm, perhaps down by the lake. And broken yellow ipe tree over here looks rather nice. Wow, the holy tree is quite large and fancy looking. Perhaps one over here. And the kapok tree. Wow, the kapok tree is huge. I think we'll definitely need one of those. They like trees and things. Let's pop down some of these little plants. I think they look very nice. We need to have this place... Oh, and this bush. I like the way this bush looks. Something like that. Something like that, maybe. Yes, that looks nice. And, oh, a wimba. No, I like the wimba tree more than I do the kapoya tree. Let's... No, the kapok tree. So yeah, I think I prefer the wimba tree. It's very large, but it looks very good. Let's pop one of those down. And perhaps a small yellow ipe tree. There we go. Is you feeling a bit better now, Mr. Tapir? The coverage is 100%, which is good. It's good. They haven't got any enrichment, which is bad. So we'll need to go into the habitat menu. And here we have loads of enrichment items. Enrichments are basically just, you know, things that are good for your animals to make them happier. So let's filter them by tapir. And first off, we need to give him some food, so such as this food trough, which I will place on the ground, say... Oh, it's going to look a bit ugly since it doesn't really snap to the ground very well. Come on. Say one over here. And some water. I mean, he's got some water to drink, but from the little lake thing I built for him, but let's just do something like that. And then for enrichment we can buy a small ball. The rubbing pillar sounds nice. Why can't I place it over here? Obstructed by what? Very odd. Perhaps the ground isn't level enough. Well, I can place it over there. I will need some sort of shelter. Herb scent marker enrichment. That sounds lovely. Let's put one of those somehow around here if I can. Then people have a reason to go over here. And how about the forage box enrichment? Wow, that's very large. Can I put it over here? Well, I can, but it's going to look a bit of a mess. No, it looks quite fine actually. It's made a bit of a disaster of my landscaping, but I think he can walk up this slope. So I think he's going to be fine. But this plant needs to be moved into the hole, yes. And this one needs to be moved as well. More like that, I guess. It's not perfect, but it looks okay. It's alright for now. We also need to give this little tapir shelter. And I'm going to give him a shelter over here. Using the construction kit. Which is a big, sort of a huge selling point for this game, by the way. Let's start by popping down some walls. And I would like to look at, wall pieces. And if... I wish I could choose them by material. Oh, logs. Logs sound good. I can do a little... I suppose I could put it over here. That's rather large. There we are. That should do it. Then I can pop down some sort of decent looking column. I like these African columns, but they are not really theme appropriate. Guess this bee might... No, maybe not. I can just put it in the ground and sort of have it like a pillar holding the roof up. Something like that. And now we need to find some sort of nice looking roof, a round roof preferably, to fit this style of building. I can choose the log roof, but I'm not sure that I feel like it. I would love to have these sort of African roofs. I think they look very nice and cozy. This one is way too small. This one is also too small. I could build it another way, I suppose. Look at the walls again. And something like this. And then just that. There we go. A nice, strange little hut. That will easily fit our tapir, and perhaps a tapir friend if we have any. Now let's look at the roofs. As I might have done something a bit silly in building this. I think something like that. Well, it doesn't really. Doesn't fit perfectly, no. This one looks like it does, however. Is it still? Oh dear. Well, let's just remove it. Maybe I should just build a small square house, a little hut. A nice wooden hut for him to live in. So let's pop down some of these, eh? That doesn't seem to sit correctly, so let us move it and see if I can't. There we are. And there we are. That looks about right. And let's give it a bit of a roof, shall we? This is too small. This is just right. And it won't fit, which is a big shame. Perhaps something like this. Oh, it's such a shame. I love this thatched roofs. I think they're lovely, but I can't get them to work properly. Oh dear, that was a bit large one. That was a bit large. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. There's this little one, which, you know. Hello, I'm trying to get it to attach to the correct thing. As you can see, building in this game is fun but fiddly. I just want it to lie on top of it. If I can just do a little squeeze like this. And then we need to take it a bit down. And there we go. A very basic little hut for our little tapir. Unfortunately, it's not standing on perfectly flat ground. I do need to move this around a little bit. Perhaps over here would be a better place. And then I would like to just sink it into the ground a little bit. There we go. That looks about right. Now what we need to do is we need to put some bedding into here. Habitat bedding medium sounds good. So that he understands that this is where he will sleep. There we go, we have put some bedding down. It's not a very beautiful building, but it serves its purpose, I should hope. Let's also pop in a sprinkler, because what animal doesn't love playing with a sprinkler? We have some shelters already over here, but I do prefer building ones, since, you know... Oh, there is a small wooden shelter as well. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. And let's give him a box to play with. Lots of nice toys. And now let's turn the game back on. There we go, how are you feeling? Why is it only 13%? That's a bit odd. I guess I will just have to remove that one and then buy another shelter. Such as habitat cleanliness at disease risk. Oh, come on. At least there are some people here watching the taper. And I do believe that I shall have to buy a shelter again. Facilities... No, not facilities, sorry. Beds and shelters. And let's get him a... This shelter maybe? Yeah, that looks about right. There we go. Let's move the bed. And let's move this bed up here. There we go. That should be enough, I would say, since it can fit him quite comfortably. 47%. He's not happy about it, is he? He's very cute, though. So he needs a bigger shelter. Well, let's get that going then. So a bit larger, something like this perhaps. This is much nicer. Now it's standing a bit on a hill and it's levitating a bit, but you know, I don't think it's that, it doesn't look that bad, I would say. Let's pop down some bedding. There we are. It's going down to the water to drink some water, I think. Are you feeling alright, sir? Habitat is 80%. Hard shelter 0%, what? But he's got hard shelter, I just gave him hard shelter, that makes no sense. I literally just gave him a shelter. And he's having a bit of a swim. What a lovely tapir, eh? Now, the shelter mechanic is something that I don't really understand about this game, I'm afraid. We completed some research on the ringtail lemur. And let's call a keeper to clean up this habitat, since apparently it's a bit of a disaster. I don't know what's wrong with it. It looks like the water is clean. But I suppose the habitat itself is dirty. Yes, they're already running around picking up all the poop. So I don't understand what the problem is, really. Well, it seems to have fixed itself. Never mind. I suppose we could put our chimpanzee, if we'll make a habitat over here. Because I would like to have a chimpanzee. It seems a bit odd to have bonobos and not chimpanzees, you know? The landscaping is a bit odd, but never mind. Let's check the Zoopedia about chimpanzees. Let's see here. Oh, it's not an aardvark, it's under... It should be around here somewhere. The Zoopedia is very useful for reading about. Western chimpanzee, yes. Critically endangered, natural habitat. 780 square meters. 80 meters climbing. And grade 3 climb-proof fence. 1.25 meters high. And I unlocked a lot of enrichment for them, which is quite good. I think this shall be enough if I build it here. So I can just build using wooden logs that shall be made climb proof on both ends, just as a safety precaution, and with one-way glass. Oh, stop that. Sometimes building in this game can be a bit of a bother, I have to say. Why is it not letting me build? Oh, I've got angle snap on. Well, no. Thank you. I just want to do it like this. Thank you very much. Yes indeed, yes indeed. Building a nice big old... Oh, I don't know what happened over there. But you know, just a nice little chimpanzee enclosure thing. And a wooden habitat cage, because I like the way they look. Perhaps over here. And now I need to select the entirety of the habitat and possibly raise it rather a bit, so that our dear chimpanzees cannot climb out. Something like... I'm thinking... This is good? Perhaps a bit higher? Yeah, perhaps a bit higher. That. There we go. That seems alright by me. Now then, let's just click the habitat and see how large it is. Oh, it's large enough for chimpanzees, which is very good. Now I just need to add some chimpanzee items. Species Western chimpanzee. Well, they need somewhere to live. I'm guessing an African shelter. That looks nice, I think. Let's plop it over here. There we have that. And then they'll need a bunch of climbables. So let's see if I have anything. A lot for lemurs. Small animal, small animal, small animal, small animal, small animal. Let's just add in a bunch of stuff. This one looks nice. Though I'd have to sort of lower it into the ground. If I add it, can I then... Yes, I can. Oh, well, that was the wrong thing. Pardon me. I need to just lower it a little bit. There we are. Now that looks much better. I hope the chimpanzees can climb around on that. Perhaps this one. It might be a bit small for them. But I'm not very good at building, you see. And what sort of a block of frozen fruit? That sounds lovely. A small fixed rolling feeder, yes. Termite mound, interesting. Yes. Tool puzzle feeder. Yes, we're definitely having one of those. And then some toys. A bobbin enrichment, I don't know what that is. But I think they will like it. A box. A grab ball. A mirror mobile, interesting. The piano could perhaps go on top of this. No, could it go on top of that? Yes. There we go. A toy piano for them to play with. And the wonderful sprinkler, a fan for basically every animal. What do you mean obstructed? It's not obstructed. There we go, a sprinkler. Most animals like sprinklers. The Gila monster is having low welfare. What's wrong? The temperature. Something's wrong with the temperature. Can you take me to his house, please? No, that's definitely not what I wanted to select. Thank you. Sorry, sometimes this game feels like it's trying to drive me mad. Let's click this exhibit and check out the temperature. It's too low, he needs it to be a bit higher. There we are. Are you feeling better now? Yes, but the layout isn't that great. So... ideally, I haven't researched many enrichment items yet. For him, though. But, let's go and buy ourselves a Western chimpanzee. That's definitely something that we'll be needing. So let's see if there's one for sale. Let's check by species. Ah, there's some? Yes, there are. There is Fenyan, Imarogbe, Mandisa, and Alile. Let's buy Alile for 500. Yes, we can afford her. And let's send her over here. We have completed the research of ring-tailed lemur. Let's research our Gila monster some more, I think. And then we just have to wait for the chimpanzee to arrive before I can fix this habitat, because it doesn't have any trees. It looks rather bare and barren. And I don't like that. I think there should be some plants. I also realized that I haven't put in any place for them to sleep, which is definitely something that's needed.
My, you have been busy, haven't you? Splendid! But now that you've adopted all these lovely new species, we need to make sure they're nice and happy. So let's get the average welfare across the zoo nice and high, shall we? And by we, I mean you. Go on, get to it!
And we have our chimpanzee! She's running around! Climbing and having fun. That's very good. What does she need? She needs plants. What sort of plants? Tropical African plants. Well, I mean, that's not a big surprise, is it? So let's just pop remove these and add another filter, continent, Africa. How about a banana palm? We have the kapok trees and a mangrove apple. Do you want a mangrove apple tree? Maybe. You want a tree fern? I think maybe a tree fern. Would you like some tamarinds? I'll plop one down over here, giving you some nice shade. Is there anything else I could give you? Well, I suppose I could just a big old palm tree somewhere around here. It doesn't look that great, but you know, it doesn't look horrible either. How about this one? Go over here. Say. Well, there we go. Her welfare is 93%. And there's something bad going on with the lemurs. What's wrong with them, eh? They're feeling stressed and trying to hide. Well, do they have enough shelter? Apparently they do. And I guess they're generally feeling fine. As long as they can find some place to hide. Which I'm sure they can. They seem to be doing alright. This is a lovely place, you know. I mean, I haven't built anything as beautiful as this. But it's just because I'm not very good at building in this game. But people can still go and watch. Let's add some education items, shall we? Something like these educational speakers seem quite good. And perhaps a couple of these signs. Oh, they have no power, I see. Well, I suppose I could put down a nice little solar power thing. Or, well, it's a bit expensive, but it should have to do. I mean, it doesn't really cover the entire thing. The wind turbine, however, does, which is very good. I only have to build some staff padding for the staff to be able to get to it. So let's just adjust the width a little bit to there we are. That should do it. Where did I put those things? Wait, no, it shouldn't. I should have to build them. Perhaps another one. Does it cover that? No. No, it does. Although that should be a staff path. So I would like to just delete this path and add a staff path instead. Let's show something like that. It's not perfect, but it will have to do. And I just need to select facilities again and pick up these ones. It's important to have the guests learn about the chimpanzees, after all. Well, there we are. And I do believe that this will be the end of this episode. We've got all the species we need. Even if we only have one chimpanzee, as of yet, the social group is very low. That's not good. It's not enough grass. Okay, short grass. I shall have to add some. Painting terrain, short grass. Well, is that good enough? Yes, it's good enough. Very good. Now we have some bright green grass. And there are too few adults in her social group. Let's see, where do I check that? Social. Well, she needs more, basically. But she's still very cute running around. Evidently having lots of fun. Oh, visiting players, interesting. Well, anyway, I do believe that I shall end this episode here. I kind of like how I made this one work. The chimpanzee enclosure. It's a bit small perhaps, but you know, I think it looks... Oh yeah, I just realized something. Well, she does have... These are food items, I do believe, so I think she can eat from there. But I just realized that I haven't really put in anything for her to eat from, which is of course a bit of a shame. Let's just have one of these on the floor. There we go. And let's give her a higher food quality. Animals. Grade 2 food quality, yes. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Planet Zoo. This has been Trussell242, and I hope I will see you again in the next episode. But until then, take care everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye bye.